Hi, I'm David Kauffman, and this is the one I wrote for you. I wrote this song about 20 years ago. I wrote it for an Acts retreat at St. Joe's Catholic Church in Manchester, Missouri, just outside of St. Louis, part of St. Louis suburban area. And their theme was all about being in the presence of God, being in the healing presence of God. And it occurred to me that in the presence of God, perhaps everything is healing, right? Is in this journey of being healed. When I think of the perfect risen Christ, right? The perfect risen Christ who showed up in the upper room, showed up to all the apostles, right? Even in all of his perfection, he had wounds in his hands and his feet and in his side. It's a beautiful image to me that we think of the risen Christ, the resurrected Christ, yet he was a wounded healer, right? Somehow it gives me hope to know that we too can be that. We can bring about the presence of God even if we're wounded. We too can be wounded healers the way Christ was to the apostles. If you've ever felt like, well, I just don't have enough going in my life, I'm not the person that can be a healer. Well, maybe we can. If we will place ourselves in the presence of God, troubles and all, sinfulness and all, warts and all, that maybe we are called, even in our humanity, to bring healing to somebody else. This is called In the Presence of God. In the presence of God, every breath that we take is deliverance. In the presence of God, every day, good or bad, belongs. In the presence of God, every wound is healing. In the presence of God, no failed journey is wrong. In the presence of God, every life has great meaning and purpose. In the presence of God, every door that is closed is good. In the presence of God, every pain is soothing. In the presence of God, everything is understood. So come to us now, Spirit of God, open our hearts. May we know your presence with us now. In the presence of God, all that was lost is recovered. In the presence of God, all that was broken restores. In the presence of God, all that was torn is mending. In the presence of God, every ill is cured. So come to us now, Spirit of God, open our hearts. May we know your presence. So come to us now, with us now. I'm David Kauffman. Have a grateful day.